Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee, Books, and Rain, where I am Rachel. I bring my coffee along, and I don't bring rain because sadly I don't have the opportunity to kind of control the weather, but I always bring books, and that is a thing we hopefully show up for. Now maybe you guys show up for me showing up in also weird outfits. Today I am showing up in kind of what I would call my Dungeon Muse outfit. It's just something I threw together because I had D&D earlier today, and I just wanted to be a little bit more regal in my aesthetic with regards to putting my team through the ringer. So had my crown, had my necklace. All of this stuff I have owned for a while. So I have several wigs. I don't even glue this stuff down. It's just kind of like here. Like my hair is under here somewhere. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. At least not, I don't think so. I don't think we're here to talk about my like general aesthetic of this whole thing. But the wig is just something that I have picked up and wear sometimes. Today I think it's doing okay, but you guys let me know. The crown has been shifting itself because I did sneeze earlier and then it went kind of cattywampus. Today we are talking about A Drop of Fortune. I have been on a cozy fantasy kick lately, which is kind of funny because this is supposed to be spooky season. And it seems as though the books that have come across my Kindle or my NetGalley account that I thought would be maybe a little bit more hard. Well, I guess I didn't think they would be hard hitting, but the ones that are really hitting me that I want to talk about, I guess is the better way to put it, are the ones that are my cozy fictions or my cozy fantasies. The ones that I'm enjoying the most are my cozy fantasies. And maybe that's just the mood I'm in. I thought it was going to be maybe the spooky vibes or things of that nature. Now, don't get me wrong. This one that I'm about to talk about, A Drop of Fortune, definitely has some witchy vibes. The main character is kind of got her own little witchy vibes. So we are about to dive into it, and it does seem as though Goodreads is giving it some pretty good reviews, so I am definitely here for it. So we're going to dive into the summary a little bit. Going to take a sip of coffee. It is just basic black coffee right now. It is decaf. It is a little bit later in the evening on a Sunday, so can't be diving into too much caffeine knowing I have a day job tomorrow morning. Otherwise I would be texting my boss and being like, sadly I just don't have the bandwidth, but I do have the bandwidth, and so I shall be there tomorrow. It will be a whole day. Maybe Tuesday I shall remote work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how this goes. Is that a little better? Get that gemstone all lined up, all pretty. All right. A Drop of Fortune by Danielle Garrett. I did have this book provided to me by NetGalley, and so I want to thank them for providing me for that in exchange for an honest review. I am getting so tongue twisted. It seems as though when it gets later in the evening, my words start to fail me. And I think it just gets to be the fact that I do wake up so early in the morning. And even on weekends, I'm up at like 6 in the morning. And so when it gets to be at this point in the evening and it's not even that late, my words just start to fail me. So I do apologize. Even if I'm drinking decaf coffee, they just slip off my tongue in silly ways. So I apologize. However, let us thank Danielle Garrett for her super fun, cute writing, and let's dive in. After years of conscripted service to a corrupt king, Evelyn Rosewood seizes a chance to earn her freedom. With little more than an enchanted satchel and her feathered familiar, she sets out on a quest to dispel a mysterious blight that has shrouded a once thriving harborside town in despair. However, upon her arrival in the bustling port city, rumors of a dark curse mingle with a salty breeze, and the town's initial warmth gives way to suspicion. Aided by a handsome, albeit grumpy, herb merchant, Evelyn aims to heal more than just the vast farmlands. But with time, it appears she's not the only one keeping secrets. Can her magic mend the town's fractured past and open, guarded hearts, including her own? A Drop of Fortune is the first novel in a series of standalone, cozy fantasy romances, perfect for fans of Legends and Lattes and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedias of Fairies and The Spell Shop. So I will say that is exactly like that part alone is what I read before I picked it up. I didn't read the summary. I read that this is a novel that is perfect for fans of Legends and Lattes, as well as Emily Wilde's Encyclopedias of Fairies and Spell Shop. I have not yet read Spell Shop, but it is very high on my TBRs, and the other two I have read and highly, highly enjoyed. So, that's why when this book came along and it was like available to me as an audiobook, jumped at the chance to be able to want to read it, listen to it, and provide feedback for it in whatever way felt right for me, because I am very much a type of person who loves to read cozy fantasy that resonates well with me. My day job is usually pretty heavy hitting with regards to kind of the realm that it falls in. So I like things that are often very much cozy and comfortable and things of that nature. This one was quite perfect. The little romance that was in it was so incredibly cute. My grandmother's name was like Evelyn Virginia, and so having the main character's name was Evelyn was like lovely. I love it. Like if I were to write a novel, I wanted one of my characters' names to be Evelyn. I was gonna call her Evie. But anyway, that's kind of an aside that I kind of wanted to like think about. There was another book that I had kind of applied for as well on NetGalley. And I will say with NetGalley, like you will not always, no matter if you feel like you're doing well with your reviews, if you feel as though you put out your reviews in a timely manner, or if you publish your comments in like public forums appropriately or what have you, if you don't get maybe like a large following, sometimes NetGalley does not give you like the books. Like they want to give books to people who have maybe thousands of followers, and that's okay. They have the utter right to give books to whoever they want to, and that is completely fine, because there are many, many times that I will still turn around even if I've been declined on a book, and I'll go ahead and I'll buy it for myself. I've gotten excerpts of a book that I have loved, which let's like reference to a TJ Klune book that I just got. I got an excerpt to Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which I think I got the first, I don't even want to say it was like the first 100 pages, but it was the first little bit of that book. So beautifully done. So as soon as that hit the shelves, I got the physical book as well as the like audio book, and all that NetGalley gave me was like the first 100 digital pages. But because they gave me that first 100 digital pages, I was so excited for the rest of it. Like, I didn't care. Like, I was ready to go buy the rest of it. Same thing with the Brandon Sanderson's, like, Wind and Truth, which is like the next book in that series, is NetGalley has provided me like the first 300 pages of Wind and Truth. And yet, I know as soon as that book hits the shelves in December, I'm going to buy the digital copy, like the audiobook copy. I'm going to go out to the bookstore and I'm going to buy the physical copy. And I will have all of that because I will have been able to kind of preview like that little bit. But there are some books that have come along on maybe NetGalley or such that I have not been privy to, that maybe have fallen through, that when they didn't work out for me, that I kind of got a little jaded about, that I was like, you know what? It didn't work out for me, so maybe I don't really want this book. But that's for me. That is a me thing. I did get this book. I love this book. This book, A Drop of Fortune by Danielle Garrett, so incredibly cute. I am so thankful that I got this book. The book that I was declined for, I'm sad that I didn't get that book because I love the author that book was coming from. And I have read the other books and provided reviews, podcast reviews of the other books by that author. And I was so hopeful that I would be able to receive like an ebook of that new book, but I was not. And sadly, that's okay because maybe I am not yet in the right realm of publication. That's okay. Hang on. My bobby pin came out. But this was such an easy read. This was such a cozy read. I will say, do not expect this book to be super hard hitting. And in my personal opinion, I want you to be prepared for answers to be on your doorstep. And like, I think sometimes we forget because there are so many stories and tales, especially in fantasy realm, where we have to travel far and travel beyond and we have to go and do these journeys. But we forget that sometimes the answers to our journeys are just waiting on our doorsteps. And sometimes we don't have to go that far. But this one is really cute because sometimes you don't have to go that far to find your the place that works for you. Sometimes you don't have to travel, or I don't know the best way to describe it, but I think if you read it, you'll understand, because Evelyn Rosewood is kind of looking for a home in this book. She's looking for a place she belongs, but she's also doing a service in order to finish her contract with the crown. And all of it comes together once as this story kind of culminates. So just kind of wanted to give you guys that little nugget to think about as you work through the story, because it is really cute. I think it's really important to think about that sometimes you don't have to travel far and wide. Sometimes you just have to think that home is where you make it, and sometimes the answers are exactly where they're supposed to be, and they're right in front of you. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending time with me. sorry if I'm just like being so spastic in this particular episode. But this was a fun episode. This is a very cute book. And thank you for liking and subscribing. I hope you will stick around. And I'll see you guys on the next page. I hope you have a great one. Bye.